Hi, it's Brittany. I've been gone for a couple weeks. I was on vacation and then I got sick and I'm still kind of battling a cold. but I am here to talk about my vacation a little bit. And also, when you search for stuff online, you know the algorithm always feeds you stuff that you've been searching for. So I've been getting a lot of videos for Disney hacks, and I'm just cutting up old old junky stickers to use for freebies and stuff for my sticker orders. And well, they're not junky, but they're just little stickers that I give away for free. But some of these hacks that I've been seeing are just, I don't know where people come up with this stuff. I wish they'd stop doing them. But I wanted to go through a couple things that I have found helpful, and as being an annual pass holder and going to Disney for so many years, and what actually does work. One of the first things that a lot of people want to know is, how do I make the most out of my vacation? Well, one of the first things you want to do is try to spend as much time in the parks as possible. You can do this one of two ways that I know of. One, if you stay at a Disney resort. This past time I stayed at the All-Star Sports Resort. I stay at the cheaper resorts because I'm not at the resort enough to really, spend a bunch of money to be at a deluxe resort, and I'm not a DVC or a Disney Vacation Club member. They have their own resorts. I believe those are the Riviera and Saratoga Springs. Feel free to correct me on that if I am mistaken on that information. I just leave it in the comments and I'll correct it in my next video. Sorry, my eye is watering. Anyways, the one perk that you have from staying at a Disney resort is you get early entry, 30 minutes to each of the four parks. And they used to have extra magic hours, which I miss those. I like those better. Where you get an extra hour, 2 hours in the morning or at night if you stay on Disney property at one of their resorts. They did away with those quite a few years ago. But it's in all my research, I found that Walt Disney used to say when he was still alive that Disney World would be the park that is never finished. And as many things change over the years, I believe that. And I believe Bob Iger is following in Walt's footsteps and making sure things are changing all the time, because there's constantly new things at Disney World, and there are new things coming. I'll address that in a future video. But I wanted to go over my favorite hacks for enjoying Disney World to the fullest. Now, other than staying at a Walt Disney World resort, I'm sure you've heard, if you're interested in Disney, you've heard of something called rope dropping. Well, that means you get to the parks probably half hour, 45 minutes, sometimes even earlier, before the parks even open. And they do literally have a rope that goes across the entrance that you can't get into the park. The second that they're open, they'll drop the rope and you can get into the parks. Now, they do have a strict no running rule that they will enforce, especially this time of day during rope drop. And I remember going to Hollywood Studios rope dropping. I don't rope drop anymore. I'm not physically capable of walking like that with a million people around me trying to get into the park all at once. I'm not physically able to do that anymore. But when I was younger and not in so much chronic pain, I remember going when Toy Story Mania had first opened at Hollywood Studios to get there and get my fast pass and, make sure I got a time. Because that was the big ride at that time, was Toy Story Mania. And I know Toy Story Mania is kind of like an old favorite now, but when it first came out, it was the most popular ride. But that was when they had paper fast passes. They don't have those no more. If you don't know what a paper fast pass was, you would go to the ride. They'd have little kiosk machines next to it where you stick your ticket in. There were no magic bands then. Magic bands weren't a thing back then. And you pop your ticket in. The machine would pop your ticket back out along with a little piece of paper that had, said fast pass at the top the name of the ride, and then the time you'd come back. And a little bit like Lightning Lane, but like I said, there's no phones involved, no apps, no magic bands. It was all done on paper. I personally miss it, but as Walt Disney says, this park will never be complete, and it's ever changing. A lot of the changes are good. This one I don't like, but that is just my opinion. Now, on to one of my favorite hacks is the free water. A lot of people be like, oh, free water. No, you got to think about it. Disney is not handing out free bottles of water. They would go broke because they make a fortune off of bottles of water. You have to pay like $5 each. If you have a family of 4, mom, dad, and 2 kids, and you get 4 bottles of water 5 times a day, that's $100 per day just for water. In my opinion, I think that's dumb, but that's just my opinion. I go to any quick service restaurant. One I like to go to a lot is Casey's Corner in Magic Kingdom. If you go in and you go left, you'll see City Hall. Then you'll see the fire station, and then you'll see a little store. Well, it's not little, but a little entrance to a store called the Emporium. On Main Street, USA in Magic Kingdom, you go in the Emporium, and all the stores on the left side of the street are all linked together. So you go all the way through the store, and at the very end, you come into a little restaurant called Casey's Corner. Casey's Corner will have, especially during the summer months, a bunch of cups of water. You have to ask for a cup, not a bottle. You ask for a bottle, you're going to pay $5 for it. You ask for a cup, you're going to get it for free. Now, in Florida, since Disney World is in Florida, where it's hot as hell 9 to 10 months out of the year, you have got to stay hydrated. So they do offer cups of water at any quick service restaurant, and even some little kiosks do it too. Not all little kiosks, but some do. I know you can go to a couple of the, I think, popcorn stands, and you can get them. Any quick service restaurant, though, you can get free water. But you have to ask for a cup, not a bottle. And you can get free water all day long. It's much, much cheaper. It saves you a lot of money. And you stay hydrated. You're feeling good. It's just, I don't see the point in spending $5 on a bottle of water. But that's my opinion. When dealing with the heat in Florida, I don't know where people come up with these things, but apparently there is some common misconceptions. There is some type of dome over top of Disney World. There is no dome. We don't live in the year 3100. It's the sky. It's hot. It's Florida. It's hot. I mean, plan accordingly. Make sure you have hats, sunglasses. You can bring in your own bottles of water. You can bring your own snacks into Disney World. You just have to be, read up on what is allowed, what is not allowed. You are not allowed to bring in your own alcohol. I know that for a fact. But bring your own water bottle. Fill it up in the bathroom if you need to. Do what you got to do to stay hydrated. Make sure you're having a fun time. Now, on to the next topic I wanted to cover is transportation. Since I stayed at the All-Star Sports Resorts, it is literally only buses. There are a couple other ways you can get to parks from different resorts. At the All-Star Resorts, there's 3 of them: All-Star Sports, All-Star Music, and All-Star Movies. There's only the buses. So you go from the park, or the hotel, you get on the bus, you go to the park. Now, as an annual pass holder, I go to the parks quite often. Every once in a while, my mom and I would like to do something different on Disney property. That's not the parks. We like to go look at the hotels. Around Christmas and Halloween time, their decorations are to die for. They are so beautiful. Well, some hotels, as you'll see here in a few minutes. The Grand Floridian was one we definitely wanted to hit this year, which we did. And the easiest way we have found is to get on the bus, go to Magic Kingdom. When you get off the bus, I believe you have to go through security, but you don't go into the park. Once you go through security, go left. If you've hit the monorail from Epcot, you've went too far, or the monorail to Epcot, you have went too far. You go left before the monorail. and you'll see a banner that says resort launches. Go down their little path and you'll come to a boat that will take you over to the Grand Floridian. Now, it'll also take you to the Polynesian, which we did do. The Polynesian's decorations were a little disappointing. I mean, the tree in my house is bigger than the one we saw at the Polynesian. And that's not saying anything. I don't have a huge tree at my house. The Polynesian tree and decorations, which it's Hawaiian, Polynesian, kind of. It's not Christmassy. I personally thought their decorations were a little disappointing. But the Grand Floridian, that is where the Gingerbread House is. And I got to see it for the first time this year. And here's a video of that. Wow. Grand Floridian is beautiful, Mom. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at the ingredients. Here, I'll take
Oh my gosh. Well, there's pixie dust in it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
No, I think we maybe got Gingerbread House. I think I see reindeer.
Oh,
Where you at? Oh,
you're fine.
okay.
Wow.
All the little trees on the porch are representing.
Oh my gosh, those are so cute. Snow White and Rapunzel. There's Anna,
Chippendale.
the Dalmatian at the bottom. That's so cute. Look at the address. 1999, the year they started it. Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
And it's edible.
Wonder if the trees are edible.
I'm sure they are. Except for the plants. I don't think the plants are.
Well, no. I wouldn't say the plants are edible. Santa. Wow. This is amazing. I mean, this is just insane. This is amazing. Wow. I figured you'd be excited about Pooh.
And Eeyore and Tigger.
Where's Piglet?
Piglet, right there, the pink one, the little one.
Oh, I could barely tell that was Piglet. Oh my god. This is just amazing. Wow. They definitely... Now, the Grand Floridian, just wow. I mean, I don't even know how else to say it. Just wow. And the one side of the Grand Floridian, or the Gingerbread House at the Grand Floridian, is all broke out, where you can, they have a little store in there where you can purchase gingerbread items. You can purchase tiles that they had too many of gingerbread tiles that they made the house out of. I got one of the gingerbread Mickeys that the little ears are chocolate. I believe you could get little gingerbread men, and it was just so cute. And their tree was amazing, and the little details, and then also the year on the house, that was amazing. The year they started doing it was 1999, which made this year the 25th anniversary of the making of the Gingerbread House, which was really cool to go there this year. But other than the Grand Floridian and the Polynesian, the other hotel that's very simple to get to from Magic Kingdom is the Contemporary. Once you get on a bus and you go to the Magic Kingdom, you can walk to the Contemporary. Now, we didn't do that this year. We did that last year or 2 years ago, and I wasn't all that impressed with their decorations. They were cute, but not over the top. Like 2 years ago, we also did Animal Kingdom Lodge. Their decorations are amazing at Christmas. I love their decorations. Bruno, say hi to the people. He's trying to break his teeth. He's Bruno, easy, baby. You can break your teeth. He's got a bone. Can you show the people your bone? Oh, he don't want to share. Now back from our Bruno break. I wanted to go over one last thing. I know we haven't covered very much, but I don't want to make this video too long and people lose interest. But the decorations. To go at Christmas time or even Halloween time at Disney World, be prepared for crowds. There are so many crowds this time of year. And we went during both seasons this year, and Christmas was definitely busier. But their decorations are worth it. They really are. If you remember back when you were in school, your high school or even middle school gymnasiums, the trees that are at these parks, they wouldn't fit inside your gymnasium. And the ornaments are as big as beach balls. The lights are amazing. Here, let me show you Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom at Christmas time. The lights are beautiful. It's Tony's. And the ginormous tree. Main Street. USA. The confectionery. Then we got Town Hall or City Hall. And the magnificent train station. Now, since I do feel like I've went over next to nothing from either my vacation or different tips, tricks, and hacks that I have figured out over the years, I will definitely be making this a multi-part series. I will hope to do another one here soon. And there won't be a 3-week break like there was this time. I'm not going on vacation again anytime soon. But Merry Christmas.